let's talk about the things you're not good at. How'd you make that list too? That's equally as important, because if you know what you're not good at, you can be self-aware and you might be able to learn some of that stuff on the job from people that are good at those things. So it's really good for you to understand what you are good and what you're not good at. Because think about the things you're good at, these value-adding skills that you don't even know might be value-adding. Say you're a really good cook and you can take specific ingredients, put them together and make a delicious meal. There's transferable skills in that. That's just a process that you've been able to repeat over time to get good at cooking. Just like it didn't take me long to get good at aggressive water chugging. That's how I know it's not that marketable, because it's something that I mastered pretty fast. Whereas real value-adding skills take years of fine-tuning and crafting and practice to get good at. Think about what else you're not good at, or think about what else you're good at now and what you didn't used to be good at. There's probably things that you're great at now, like say driving. There was a point in your life where you didn't ever drive a vehicle and you were probably scared to drive it. Now you can drive it with ease. It's like second nature. That's what happens when you develop skills and you use them, it becomes second nature. Or maybe you speak 2 languages. Think about how value-adding that is. The fact that you can speak in 2 different languages that's able to communicate to 2 different types of people, different speaking people communicating together, you can grow. You can bridge that gap. That is of huge value. Did you know that? Do you even put that on your resume? These are questions you should be asking yourself as you're writing down your list of what you're good at. Those very value-adding skills. And I keep saying that word value. What does that really mean, value-adding? I guess you'll have to watch our next video to find out. Watching our next video of what is value, you're going to learn how to figure out what value is. So keep looking at that list of skills, watch our video, what is value, and then meet us on the other side for another lesson. Can't wait. See you soon.
FNG Nation, it's your fancy new guy here, Greg Serio, with a fancy new lesson. What is value? Your value is your actions, plus or minus your attitude, plus or minus your level of honesty. And what do I mean by that? So think about your actions. Your skills produce an action that's making money for the place you're working, right? So if you don't have those skills, but you're learning them on the job, your actions aren't going to contribute the first day. But there are certain actions that you can do that you're going to learn here today. Just simple stuff. Watching how many footsteps you take a day. How many times do you walk to the bathroom? Are you that person that takes like 40 bathroom breaks and asks your supervisor every 5 minutes? Those are actions that add value or take away value. Next thing to consider is your attitude. Attitude, attitude, attitude. If you have a good attitude, you're of high value because you're approachable, you're easy to talk to, and if you remember, the number 1 skill needed is communication. So if you have a good attitude, then you know that you're going to add value. Now on the flip side of that coin, imagine you have a bad attitude. Do you really think someone's going to want to teach you? And do you really think that's going to add value to anyone having a bad attitude? Of course not. So that's why it's the second part of the equation. Don't have a bad attitude and you add more value than you could never possibly imagine. You ever meet that person that can't talk to them because they're grumpy all the time? Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. You should be fancy and new, because that third piece of the equation, your level of honesty. Start by being honest with yourself. Number 1. Because if your boss and supervisor has to look over your shoulder all day because they don't trust you, then your honesty level's probably pretty low, and maybe you made an excuse or 2 as to why you're not doing good at your job, when you could have just done good at your job. But also, that honesty piece goes back to the communication skill we talk about a lot. If you can honestly communicate with your peers and the people around you, you are adding more value. If you see something broken, are you not going to say anything? Or are you going to be honest with your boss? Are you going to be honest with your peer? Because you could save everyone a lot of heartache and time, which time is currency, and time is very valuable. So your lesson today is, what is value? Your actions, your attitude, and your level of honesty. I think you're ready for our next lesson. And where do you find that next lesson? That's right, FancyNewGuy.com. And also, you should subscribe to our YouTube channel for new lessons and past lessons. So stay fancy, FNG Nation, and always remember to be happy. Isn't that right, Plantosaurus? I make you unhappy sometimes, but I do my best.
How'd you like that video? Was it value adding? I hope it was, because you're about to take a deep dive into understanding value. Do you understand it a little bit more than you did before? Remember my aggressive water chug skills? You can see how that would be of low value to most people other than me, who's trying to stay hydrated and fast. That being said, value. What did you learn? Did you learn that value is just a simple equation? Because value is equal to your actions, your level of honesty, and your attitude. Actions, honesty, attitude. Aha! It's that aha moment that you may have been waiting for. So think about your actions and your honesty and your attitude. Everywhere you go, think about others' actions, honesty, and attitude. So let's talk about your skills. Are the actions of your skills of value? My level of honesty, and that's really your level of supervision. Does someone need to watch you at all times? Like now they have to watch me, and like anytime someone hands me a bottle of water, they're probably gonna think I'm gonna throw it across the room, which I totally am. What's the value of my water chug skill? Pretty low, because the action of irritates people. It doesn't add value to anyone else. Someone has to constantly watch me to make sure I don't throw my water bottle. And that's a level of honesty that's at the bar minimum. They can't trust me. I gotta be supervised. And then the attitude that I portray when I do my aggressive water chug. It's just that, aggressive. So all three are low benchmarks, meaning low value. So when you add the action, my honesty, which is my level of supervision, and my attitude, it's pretty low. Now let's talk about how you're gonna add value on your first day of work, knowing you don't have the skills yet. So you know that you're there to learn, right? But you wanna be of high value. Remember I had you list what you're good at? Think about what you're good at that you could do on the job. That can be your first one, your actions. So maybe you're not skilled at whatever the actual job is just yet, but you're really good at staying organized. That's an action that always adds value. It always helps to stay organized. And you're gonna learn a lot more on organization soon. But for now, the second thing you can do, your level of honesty. Can someone trust you to be alone? Can you trust to be around others? Are you gonna be honest with them? If someone asks, hey, did you break this? You can just be honest. Yes or no, because when you lie, people will find out eventually. And better yet, in some situations, some skilled trades, if you lie, it could potentially harm someone's life. Imagine you're trying to work on a big factory floor and you told someone the power was off and it wasn't, and they went to go work on a machine. Or say you're working in a hospital and they asked about a certain patient and you said, yeah, I did it. And then they released that person. Like, it applies to any scenario. So your level of honesty is pretty big. So that's the second thing you can do, is just be honest. Be trustworthy enough to be left alone and make sure you get your job done. And the third one is your attitude. This is the easiest one in my book. Your attitude is gonna really, really, really determine your success. If you show up in your sad Sally, be positive Patty. Positive Patty is always walking around like this. Because when you smile, it helps other people smile, leaving people in a great mood. Now that we've gone through those examples, some personal examples versus professional. Your personal values, think about that. If trust is one of your personal values, it becomes a vetting system. Can you trust that person? Are they of high or low value? Think about the people that you allow around you, that surround you. So I think about my wife. She's of high value to me. Her actions on what she does for us are positive all the time. We work together to build a future. I trust her 100%. The level of honesty is brutal, but we don't have to wonder what each other think, and we can grow. And we always do it with a smile on our face to each other because we want to be positive. High value. Low value, think about that person in your life that might be just toxic. Just wants to take, but you always allow them to because you might be a nice person. Really assess the value on what you're willing to give out and to who. That means your employer. So I'm talking now about, say you want to find a place that treats you right and pays you the right money you're looking for. Maybe hop on that company's website and look up their values. Every single company, when you're doing research on who you want to work for, values should be at the top of that company's list. And for the most part, you might be rolling your eyes. Oh, they value integrity. There's a little bit of truth behind that. And most good companies will tell you the story on why their values are what they are. So I like to talk about something like a Publix. Say Publix is a major grocery chain down here. And when I mean down here, that's sunny Florida. But Publix is also a multi-billion-dollar company. And their value statement is very simple, where shopping is a pleasure. It's pretty simple, but it's really true. Like, you can walk into their stores, and prior to Corona, they used to give you like food samples and stuff, but even still, because of the pandemic and Corona, you know that your shopping experience at Publix is gonna be far superior to where you usually go. The other thing is they hire baggers for your groceries. These baggers, they usually start in high school, and then they end up staying there for 10 plus years, but they climb that company ladder because there's always room for growth. And they treat their employees great, which means the customer service aspect is higher, premium product, but you get the experience, and it's all based on their value system. Now think about the companies that you're interested in. Read the About section on just about any of their website, and if they don't have values, that should be a red flag for you. But look at the company values of where you work. See what those are, and then see if you stick to those company values. Are they the same as yours? Assess where you're going to work that way, and I guarantee you'll have a better chance of finding the pay you're looking for that way too, because you'll understand the value you're given and taking. Now that being said, you've now learned what a value-adding skill looks like. You're sorting some things out, but there's a little trick that I want to teach you. It involves you watching another one of our videos, but I'm just recapping so you can go into this with an open mind. Think about that list I had you make first, what you're good at, what you're not good at. And then you realize what of that list is a skill set, and now you're figuring out the value of the skill set to somewhere that you want to go. So you've narrowed down your focus a little bit more on what you're looking for.